Today's video is sponsored by Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Protein, one of the internet's most fervent obsessions.
This buffalo chicken quesadilla has 100 grams of protein.
This high-protein pizza will change your life.
High-protein cheesecake.
Protein strawberry mousse.
Protein cookie dough.
We're making protein peanut butter balls.
All you do is take a container of cottage cheese, add some cottage cheese,
1 cup of cottage cheese,
a pound of cottage cheese,
blended cottage cheese,
cottage cheese,
cottage cheese,
cottage cheese,
Cottage cheese,
some cottage cheese, and a cup of cottage cheese. Then sweetener of choice, I use
Cottage cheese. Cup of cottage cheese. Cottage cheese and
cottage cheese.
You're gonna want to make these.
But all of this got me thinking, what actually is protein? And how do I get everyone to stop yelling at me about it? So I decided to consult my friend Justin. He's been a weightlifter and nutrition coach for several years now, and he's also the only person I've ever met with the exact same physique as me.
All right, so what is protein, and how much do I actually need?
Protein's an essential.
I'm zoning out. I mean, can you blame me though? This guy is boring as fuck.
I need you to pay attention to me, all right? Now listen, we have macronutrients, right? Protein,
Why did I fly across the country for this? We could have just done this on Zoom.
Look at me.
I gotta be smarter about how I spend my money, man. I haven't uploaded a video in like 3 months. The last one I posted got demonetized just because I accidentally made cocaine sound fun.
I think I'm actually just gonna Google it.
Protein is the part of food that helps you build and maintain muscle. It's how guys like Justin and I have gotten jacked out of our minds. No, I know this may come as a surprise to you, but I'm not actually jacked. I've just been lying about it for years. But if I'm allowed to be somewhat vulnerable here on my own YouTube channel, it has been a goal of mine recently to not constantly hate the body that I'm stuck in. I've been in what I would describe as suboptimal shape for pretty much my entire cognitive existence. Like ever since I was old enough to be self-conscious about my body, I was and have continued to be every day for 20 years. And I think like a lot of people, I've always had this thought of, well, you know, eventually I'll be better about that. You know, it's not gonna be this way forever. And then a lot of time passes and you realize it doesn't really matter what you intended on doing if you never ended up doing it. And to be fair, you know, a lot of us grew up during a time where the messaging around fitness was a little toxic and also just shrouded in misinformation. Remember Slim Fast? I used to drink those after I ate because I thought it would like undo the calories I consumed. That's not how that works. Remember when Subway sandwiches were treated as like the healthiest thing a person could eat just because one guy had big pants? That's not how that works. Also, whatever happened to him? I feel like he's never in commercials anymore. And I don't mean to imply that there's not still conflicting and confusing information out there. There's no shortage of people who will try to sell you on a miracle diet that somehow only they know about and science just hasn't caught on to yet. But I think there's also more useful information readily available now than at any other point in history. Just on YouTube alone, you've got Jeff Nipples, Lean Beef Patty, that guy who looks like if a thumb learned how to blink. And the main thing I've learned from watching all these people and talking to my friend Justin, who's so hot but so boring, is that, oh my God, you have to eat so much protein. You can't just go to the gym, throw back a bottle of muscle milk and call it a day. It kind of has to be the thing you plan your entire diet around. Like I've been trying to eat about 150 grams per day, and it turns out it's actually incredibly easy to come nowhere close to hitting that number. Even if you're very deliberate about eating eggs and chicken and salmon for every meal, it can be hard to reach that quota without supplementing it in some way. So this is where protein products play a really important role in rounding out your diet. The only problem with those is that, I don't know, 90% of them suck. They always take like an hour to chew, and they never taste like the thing they try to say that they will. Come to think of it, are there any other products besides protein bars where they're allowed to just put a photo of a completely different food on the box?
That cheesecake looks really good. Is that what's in there?
No, that's just what we wanted it to taste like.
Oh. Well, does it?
Not even a little bit.
And on top of that, they're all so expensive that you have to blow a bunch of money before you can even find out that it's terrible. So anyway, here's my goal for this video. Okay, I see ads for protein bars constantly. I am going to buy every single one of them. It doesn't matter how much it costs or if it even looks like something I would like. If I see an ad for it, I'm gonna buy it and eat it, and if you're lucky, I might even spit it out on camera. That way, if you're curious about one of these things, you can indulge in my suffering and maybe even save yourself some money in the process. Another reason I wanted to make this video is because I'm fascinated by how protein has become increasingly used at times solely as a marketing buzzword in the same way that like vegan and gluten-free have for foods that that already were those things before more people started seeking them out. But now they cost more money because of all the boxes they check.
Why would anyone choose to eat this boring old regular apple when our premium version has no added sugar and is vegetarian friendly? It even comes with this sticker that guarantees it's never been used as a torture device. Weird, I don't see that sticker anywhere on regular apple, and I have to say, your silence is deafening.
So there's a lot of products that tack on what I like to call the protein tax. Many companies have realized that by putting the word front and center on their packaging, they can get away with charging more for what is often exactly the same thing. This protein pasta is more than 1.5 times the cost of the regular version from that same brand. That's a pretty significant price difference, but I do like protein, and this one has 10 grams per serving. Before I buy it though, I'm curious, how much does the regular pasta have? Surely it's nowhere close to 10, right? Because it's so much more expensive. 7. 3 grams? That's what we're making a big stink about? I saw this ad pop up and I was intrigued because I like the idea of protein snacks that aren't just trying to be a dessert replacement. And then you go to their website and they're like, high protein super snack. Whoa, this is incredible. 11 grams per serving, only 100 calories. These guys are wizards. How do they do it? But I was curious if they supplement it in any way or if that's just how edamame beans are naturally. So I found a random brand on Amazon and saw that it has 14 grams of protein per 130 calories. So for all intents and purposes, it is exactly the same. There is no difference between these two products, except this one costs 37 cents per ounce, and this one costs $1.76. Almost 5 times more expensive for exactly the same thing. They just market it differently. This is a vegan, low-carb, high-protein superfood. And this is just a bag of nuts. I know I'm probably not telling you anything that you don't already know, that marketing can be deceptive and is easily swayed by whatever's popular at any given time. But it's still something that I have to remind myself of because I can be very stupid. I can know that I'm probably being tricked and still fall for it anyway. Like with this one, I saw 36 grams of protein and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Turns out it is crazy. It's crazy to advertise the total amount of protein in something that has 9 servings. This flavor only has 3 grams per serving. That's not a protein snack. A donut has 3 grams of protein. I mean, I gotta buy this though. The flavor is unapologetic. Good, I'm so tired of biting into foods that are like, I'm sorry I taste like this. I didn't want to. I guess I also have to try out Khloe Kardashian's new protein popcorn.
Cloud popcorn, my protein popcorn. What was the idea of putting a protein on a popcorn?
Money. I feel like this website is so emblematic of what I'm talking about here. This scroll of brags that just goes on forever. Gluten-free? Wow. Just like every other popcorn ever made. Real ingredients. I love that as a tag because it's so vague. I mean, technically every ingredient is real in that it exists. I'm sure they mean something along the lines of like all natural, but saying something is made with real ingredients doesn't mean it's made without whatever the opposite is. It just means that some of it is real. You could put this sentence on just about any food. I mean, this one has sodium phosphate in it, which in pill form is prescribed as a laxative for people who are about to get a colonoscopy. Does that count as a real ingredient? I mean, why list it here but not here? And I'm not even saying I care about this. I've never looked out for sodium phosphate. It's a very common preservative in a lot of foods. I'm only pointing it out because it's like, yeah, maybe these buzzwords don't actually mean anything. The guy in this video has talked a bunch in the past about how much you should avoid this substance.
Here's public enemy number 1 when it comes to deli meat: sodium phosphate.
But then suddenly he turns the other way when he gets a chance to work with Big Kardashian. I guess my point is I don't know what to care about when I'm looking at a list of ingredients, and it's exhausting to try and figure it out. And sometimes this bombardment of arbitrary certifications listed on every food item that's supposed to help you quickly identify things at a glance just makes me feel more skeptical. I feel like the more stuff you're bragging about, the more you must be trying to distract me from something. I think the effect it's had on me is that ultimately I've adopted this like blissful ignorance when it comes to chemicals and preservatives and standing too close to the microwave because I like to watch my food spin around. I think step 1 is to just find things you like eating that are mostly healthy, that fit into your diet, and then later down the line, you can start to get a little bit pickier about ingredients once you've established a good foundation.
Loser Bites new protein brownies come in 2 flavors and 2 sizes: chocolate and cookies and cream.
Okay, I get what they mean by the loser thing, that they're talking about losing weight, but I still feel like we're getting off on the wrong foot here. Hey, dumbass. You wanna buy a little cupcake thing? Yeah, I bet you do, you stupid bitch. Also, this image is 100% AI generated. You can tell because it doesn't have the right number of fingers. I'm gonna try out these protein donuts because they look really good. Unfortunately, they don't come like that. You have to make them yourself, which is fine, obviously, because you guys know I'm a very good chef. Plus, according to them, it's the best tasting protein on earth. And what reason would they have to lie? Oh, looks like they've got a video of their happy customers. Maybe they're still working on that. Sorry, I have to rant about how every website is exactly the same now. You walk in the door, they're already yelling at you about cookies. Do you want all of them or just most of them? For like 6 months or 12 months? Okay, hold on. You can't just say no cookies. You have to do some of them. Come on, man. Don't you want to join the Bean Squad? We'll give you 1% off if you let us text you for the rest of your life. This item is hot. We just sold 15. 38 people are looking at it right now, and one of them just added it to their cart. Ooh, you should probably do that too before this button slides right off the screen. There's so many symbols and check marks on all of these websites that are supposed to make everything seem more legit, but I don't even know what some of this means. As you can see here, there are exactly 38 reviews. Trust us. We count. And we're honored to say we have 100 points of diamond authenticity. I like how the opacity on these ratings gets lower the further you go down. I think some people gave it 1 star, but it's hard to know for sure. I've seen this one a lot. It's called Meal Boosters. I guess you can like sprinkle it on stuff for some extra protein. Pretty convenient, I suppose. Unbelievably expensive though. I mean, this is just dust. I still have to pay for the food I'm gonna sprinkle it on top of. $4 per bag of unflavored protein powder? I feel like you can buy that in bulk for pretty cheap. I mean, if you're not even gonna flavor it, what am I paying you for? Also, savory? It's unflavored. It's quite literally impossible for something that has no flavor to be savory. Because what are you savoring? The type 1 and 3 collagen peptide? Shit, my mouth is watering just thinking about that. Nah, I'm just gonna get cheesy cheese. Oh, but not before agreeing to their terms and conditions. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. And then for shipping options, I can do USPS, UPS, or Meal Boosters Special with no information on what that means. Why is it more expensive? Are they gonna come straight to my house and feed it to me? Hey, me from the future. I think I learned what the Meal Boosters Special is. It's when you pay for the most expensive shipping option and then 12 days later, they haven't even started packing your order. I guess the special is you spend $33 on 1 sample pack and then they never give it to you.
Now, I'm just gonna kind of eat these as they show up. I think it will be a more accurate representation of what it's like to actually eat these as a snack. To just sort of eat them one at a time rather than sitting down to do a giant protein bar mukbang and then shit my pants. So this is called Munch Better. They're protein brownies, and I know they're gonna taste exactly like a brownie and not just sort of vaguely look like one. Wow, what a roller coaster that was. Half the time it's in my mouth, I taste nothing. And then the other half, it tastes like what I imagine brownie mix straight out of the box would taste like if I just had a spoonful of it. It is also very dense, which I think like can be a bad thing, but in that way, it feels like it would be very filling. Like if I ate one of these, maybe it wouldn't satisfy my sweet tooth as much as an actual brownie would, but it would take so long to eat this and then digest it that my body's gonna be so busy working on that I won't even have time to think about other food. I feel like I've been eating this for like an hour. It wasn't as good as I hoped it would be, but it certainly wasn't as bad as I feared it might be.
Whoa, way to go out on a limb there, buddy. Now, there is a lot of protein in these, so you gotta temper your expectations a little bit, but here's how I would rate each flavor. The hazelnut was actually really good. I would definitely eat that again. The chocolate and coconut were both fine, and the peanut butter? Do not talk to me about the peanut butter. It smelled bad, it tasted bad, I was physically unable to finish it, and also I just wanted to share this review from their website. Pretty bad experience for Tammy. She gave it 1 star and then ended her review by thanking Tammy.
You know, I was just craving something sweet, and then I remembered I have a box full of Hornble's Chornbles in the fridge. Good, nice, normal Hornble Chornble. And there's my foot.
Hornble's Cornble sells protein chocolate, 100 calories per bar and 10 grams of protein. I want to know how it stacks up to its regular version. I'm definitely going to choose the Reese's.
I'm gonna have cookies and cream, because this one had the worst reviews, so I kind of want to try what I think might be the worst, and then it would only get better from there, right? It's very lumpy. That's gotta be the lumpiest candy I've ever seen. It's got like goosebumps. That's not that bad. I spoke too soon. I actually think I like the texture more than I like the taste. I like how crunchy it is, but I'm not crazy about the taste. And I'm not making a mess. Almost all of these have the same aftertaste, and I guess it's monk fruit. I think monk fruit is like a really common sweetener. I don't know if the value is there. For such a little thing, it's almost definitely overpriced.
Honestly, I kind of think I just hate the name. I get that they're like, oh, we're silly, you know, we're not like other brands, but it just kind of feels like that girl with the bag of chips on her head, like if she was a chocolate brand instead of a person.
Hey, speaking of brands, it's time for that ad I promised earlier.
Hi, I'm the guy from the video you're currently watching, and if there's one thing I hate, it's danger. Getting pissed off just thinking about it. That's why I'm so excited to partner with today's sponsor, SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe offers a completely customizable range of tools to help you secure your home, tailored to whatever your own personal needs are. Glass break sensors, water sensors, carbon monoxide monitors, or even if you just want a video doorbell, SimpliSafe has you covered. And the best part is you have access to all these tools whenever you want straight from the app. Arm or disarm your system, get a live feed of your cameras. For my own peace of mind, I really like having security cameras outside my house. Sometimes I'll hear a noise outside at night and it's like, I'm not gonna go out there and look. I'm a baby. But for my own peace of mind, I can just open the app and confirm there's not some guy outside doing nefarious things. It's just a raccoon eating my garbage again, which I'm not happy about either, but it's better than a burglar. And with their 24/7 professional monitoring, you don't even have to check the cameras yourself. SimpliSafe agents can do it for you using their Active Guard system to help stop crimes before they happen. Their advanced AI security cameras can even discern between familiar faces and potential threats, so it won't just alert them because your neighbor walks by with his dog. If you've been interested in getting a security system for your home or business, there's never been a better time to try out SimpliSafe. Not only are there no long-term contracts or hidden fees, but right now you can save 50% on your SimpliSafe security system when you sign up for a professional monitoring plan, and you get your first month free. All you have to do is go to simplisafe.com/Drew to customize yours. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. Thank you to SimpliSafe for sponsoring this video.
I think this is the one I have looked forward to the most. I've definitely gotten this one advertised the most.
ProMix Protein Puff Bars are made by dietitians with 15 grams of protein in each bar.
These are quite literally Rice Krispie treats with 15 grams of protein in them.
It's like a Rice Krispie treat, but not as sweet.
The vanilla is pretty much identical to a regular Rice Krispie treat.
I love Rice Krispie treats, and if this is anything like one, which, let's be honest, it won't be, then it'll be really good. Okay, it looks good.
Best part is they don't have that chalky, chewy consistency all those other protein bars have.
It does not taste as good as it looks. Man.
And these other flavors are fire too. I mean, the blueberry tastes just like my grandma.
It just looks so good. It's so shiny. It's glistening. Then you bite into it and you can only be disappointed. I'll give them credit. It's different. If you're tired of eating Quest bars all the time and you want something that just feels completely different to eat, this is like a fun change of pace. I just wish it tasted better. They smell so strong. The moment you open them up, you're like smacked in the face with this odor. Doesn't this look like it'd be delicious? Doesn't this look like you're 13, you just came home from school, you put Nickelodeon on, and you're about to have a delicious treat? That's what it looks like, but it doesn't taste like that.
I'm so disappointed.
I kid you not, the box is pretty much gone. Good thing they're almost always out of stock because I don't know if it's safe keeping these in my house.
Snack time. I like that you could tell their printer was running out of ink before they put this on. Really makes me feel good about consuming the contents of this bag. Wow, can you believe that this cup of dirt only has 150 calories?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it looks delicious.
Now that's a brownie. Went from dirt cup to poop cup. I think I liked it better before I microwaved it. Kind of like just licking the spoon. For something that you just mix with water and throw in the microwave, it does have like a cakey texture to it. It's pretty solid for what it is. I don't remember what I paid for this, but it's also like a crazy protein ratio. I think I judged the book by its cover. The cover being a shitty AI generated image, but still, you know, I judged it.
One thing I'll say about this though, it's gotten a little worse as it's cooled off. It was too hot to eat, but then now that it's cold, it tastes gross. There are definitely no chocolate chips in here. It's a pretty misleading photo to use. I mean, I know for a fact there aren't chocolate chips in here because it was a powder that I mixed with water. They are not just gonna materialize from that. Is it still pretty good for what it is? Yeah.
But don't lie to me.
Up next, we've got Magic Spoon, the high-protein, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, wheat-free. As far as bars, I got blueberry muffin and double chunk chocolate. Comment down below how many booms you think I'm gonna give. They got 12 grams of protein, 140 calories, pretty solid ratio there. I gotta say, looks pretty good. They nailed the appearance. What I've learned so far in this video is sometimes the better something looks, the worse it tastes. Sometimes it's like they put their entire budget into making something look good, and then they are like, oh fuck, I forgot to taste test it. The texture is really good, actually. It's as crunchy as it looks. It doesn't have like an overwhelming aftertaste, or a before taste for that matter. I couldn't taste it at all until I put it in my mouth. That's really solid. I gotta say, that's one of my favorite things so far. All right, I'll pour myself a little bit of cereal. Okay. It's such an ungodly pink. Like, this color is not of this earth. I could use this table, but I'm not going to. It's more interesting for you guys to watch me struggle a little bit. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a person, I'm just sort of a clown. Why is it kind of like pre-soggy? I was gonna say, it has like kind of a sour taste. And I guess that's the cheesecake. Because it's not just strawberry cereal, it's strawberry cheesecake. And then cheesecake has like a little bit of tartness because of the cheese. Can't tell if I like it or not. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say, I don't really have an opinion on it, but I did eat the entire thing. Fine, I'll have some of the other one too. Maybe I don't have to make dinner now. Ugh. I don't like that smell at all. When I review stuff like this, there's the devil on my shoulder is like, you can't like it. Even if you like it, people are gonna think you're shilling for it. You gotta come on here and you gotta shit on the brands, because brands are bad. But then also, I feel like if I shit on every single product, then it's gonna come off like I'm just doing it to be a hater. And I don't wanna be a hater. I wanna like these things. I spent a lot of money on them. This is how I pour cereal now. Yeah, I'm not really digging this one as much. I would never buy this again. I'll probably eat it because I have it, but I can't recommend this. The cheesecake's not that bad. I've actually been thinking about that old video recently because I've been trying so many protein things, and I think at the time, I was just comparing it to regular cereal, and that's not really a fair comparison to make. Like, yes, they're marketing it to be a Fruit Loops replacement, but it's like saying an ice cream sundae tastes better than a banana. Like, yeah, of course it does. It's not the same thing. It doesn't serve the same purpose. I definitely don't love the way this one looks in comparison. I assume those are supposed to be little blueberry specks, but they kind of look like bugs. Kind of looks like I dropped this on the ground, but got a bunch of bugs and dirt in it. Oh, that's nasty. Magic Spoon, what happened? We got off to such a good start. I will say, again, the texture is perfect, but it just tastes bad. It tastes bad. Also, I didn't get myself a drink, so the only thing I have to wash this down with is milk. And I don't want that. Guys, I have to confess something. All week I've been eating things off camera. Sorry, it's just sometimes I get hungry and I don't feel like stopping to set up a tripod first. But what I've learned this week is that these three things are all delicious, and I would put all of them in the same category, which is that they're good, but they don't have a lot of protein in them, so you can't really just compare them side by side with everything else. Like, this brownie is incredible. It's so much better than the Munch Better brownie. But that one has 2.5 times as much protein in it, so of course this one should taste better. It's still insane to me that this is bragging about having 36 grams of protein in it, when in order to have that much, you need to eat the entire fucking bag. I wanted to hate this so bad because of how deceptive that is, but I couldn't, because they're delicious. I've never had fried mung beans before, but they're all so good. The first night I tried them, I had 5 bags. 5 different bags! I was only supposed to have 1. And like, this box you can see is full. That's not because I haven't had any yet. That's because I got 2 boxes and I already ate the entire other one. And you might be thinking, Drew, aren't you gonna like gain weight making this video about how you're trying to find low-calorie protein snacks? Yes, in fact, I already have. But I'm doing research, okay? For the future, I'm taking everything I'm learning and then I can apply it to a diet going forward. It's just, for now, I need to like really be sure if I like something by having 12 of them. And then these are kind of mind-boggling to me because they taste exactly like a chocolate bar. Like, if you didn't tell me this had 12 grams of protein in it, I wouldn't even think that it did. I would just think it's a regular, like, French chocolate bar. The only thing that caught me off guard with this is that it says woman owned on it, and I'm sorry if this makes me sound like too woke or whatever, but I don't think anybody should own a woman.
She can take care of herself. Yo, what's up, fuck fam? Today we're gonna be doing the viral Easy Mac Meal Boosters Challenge. I learned about this from what I would say was the most annoying ad that I got.
And y'all know I like to make it cheesy pleasy, but I also like to make it beefy. Make it cheesy pleasy, Easy Mac Kraft, baby. Kraft is the fam, but this is the health.
Kraft is the fam, but this is the health.
People just say shit, man. It's crazy.
The secret is, for one of them, you don't use the packet, you use this. And then you're healthy. Because this is the health.
You know what's funny? I didn't know this. Easy Mac apparently already has 7 grams of protein in it. And this has 15. So if you swap out the cheese for this, it does seem like just yet another very expensive swap to get a marginal amount of protein in. But paying a hefty fee for a very slight difference in protein is sort of the theme of this video.
Gonna do regular cheese for this one. Oh man, I thought the other yellow was a little unnatural looking, but this is bright orange. This shit looks radioactive. Before me sit 2 identical foods. There is not a single visual difference in between these 2 mac and cheeses, but there is an important nutritional difference. One of them has slightly more protein, and I bet it just might taste worse.
I haven't done this in so long. Hold on, guys.
Oh yeah, that shit's good.
And now the meal booster.
It's different. It's different.
I wouldn't say that it's less cheesy than this one is. Like, there's definitely a very cheesy flavor to it, but it's not the right cheese flavor. See, I guess the problem with this being super liquidy was also that a lot of the protein is now at the bottom. And if I don't drink it, then there was no point in doing all that. I think if you want to have mac and cheese and you want to add more protein to it, just like throw some chicken in there, throw a couple hot dogs in there, you know?
Now this takes me back to being a kid.
Just as salty as I remember. All done.
My stomach kind of hurts.
But of course, there's no shortage of meals you can boost with this powder. The next day, I mixed some into my eggs. And fun fact about this, while I was getting this shot, which I'm now realizing I didn't even need, my phone fell into the eggs. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever dropped your phone into eggs before, but I have to say, it's pretty gross.
Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to eat these. They smell... It's kind of the end of that sentence. All right, well. Let's see. Honestly, I don't hate it. A couple of bites have been bad because it's just been a chunk of cheese powder that didn't get mixed in. But that's my fault, let's be honest. I actually don't mind it. I think it goes well with the egg. I just don't know if it's worth so much extra money for this. And like, eggs are expensive already. This is like an $8 meal. I don't know if I can justify that.
Man, I just wish there was some other way to add protein to your food and make it taste cheesier, but I can't think of any other way to do that. A food that has protein in it and tastes like cheese. Tastes like cheese and has protein. There's gotta be something, right? Nope. Only meal boosters.
Protein candy. Crazy, right? I mean, the very phrase seems like an oxymoron, and yet the only moron here is you for not thinking that it was possible. Okay, expand your mind a little bit.
Now, on the surface, this seems way too good to be true. 15 grams of protein, only 150 calories, and instead of sugar, they've loaded it up with a bunch of fiber, and that's good for pooping. I'm gonna start with the blue raspberry. I think in general, blue raspberry is one of my favorite flavors. Like if I can only have one candy for the rest of my life, blue raspberry sour punch straws, no hesitation.
Well, they smell really good.
I will say they also look a little vaguely of turds. If you told me this just came out of someone's butt, I would believe you.
Okay. If you've ever wondered what candy would taste like if it was sour but not sweet, wonder no more. I think this might be one of the grossest things I've ever put in my mouth.
The strawberry might be better because the sour taste is really throwing me off. It's so gross. Like I think as humans, our nature when we taste something sour is to think that there's something wrong with it, right? Like fruit that's gone bad. I'm just tapping into my evolutionary instincts and they're telling me, spit this out, dude.
Yeah, strawberry's not as bad. I don't know if it would be possible. I had a pretty visceral reaction to that first one. They nailed the texture. It feels like a gummy candy, like a gusher without the juice. But you can't just replicate texture and then call it a day, you know? As great as it is that there's so many protein foods that are designed to replace a specific craving you might be having, sometimes I think it might be better to just fight the craving and ignore it than it is to be like, well, I have to have candy right now or I'll die. So I'm gonna eat this rancid fiber ball and then that'll somehow satisfy the same taste. It doesn't. I love the idea. I really do. You know, 10 out of 10 for ambition alone. 0 out of 10 for everything else. Still averages out to be a 5 though. Boy, oh boy, have I been putting this one off. I have had these protein donut mixes for like a month now. I'm not even exaggerating. And they look so tasty, they really do. It's just that every other protein food I got comes in like a bag and I can just eat it. But this I have to prepare. It's got instructions on the back. Some of it's in all caps saying what not to do or you'll fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck it up. Step 1, preheat the oven. I can do that. Maybe I was nervous for nothing. I'm killing it so far. Huh. It does say I need to use a donut pan. I don't have that. I was just gonna use the baking sheet. Okay, I had a month to think this through and it never clicked for me. How the fuck would it be shaped like a donut if I just mix this up and dump it on top of a flat surface? I got it. Oven on. Generously grease the donut pan. Beat egg whites for 2 minutes on high speed until stiff. You know, the phrase on high speed suggests some sort of device that it has like multiple settings on it. I'm gonna be using my hands, which only have one setting. Also beat until stiff. What is this, my nightly routine? Vanilla extract. Now I'm beating for 1 minute on low/medium speed. Hope I'm not going too fast. Now I use a spatula for this next part. Baking is so silly. Why couldn't I have used the whisk for this? Why did I need a separate tool? You just want me to do as many dishes as possible? Looks about even to me. Nice and smooth-ish. I think that's correct. While I wait for this to finish cooking, it's time for the most exciting part of the video, something I've never done before, a giveaway. Guys, I can't eat all these donuts. 6 donuts? I'm just one guy. It's mathematically impossible. And I love my fans. I wouldn't be here without them. So, whatever I don't eat today, I'm gonna be giving back to my community. If you wanna be entered to win this, the leftover donut sweepstakes, comment down below your address, your name, your age, your mom's name, your mom's age, a photo of your mom. I guess what's interesting about this is it's 90 calories, 15 grams of protein for a donut. That's really solid. But that's based on if you use coconut oil spray instead of butter, even though it explicitly tells you to use butter, which is about 100 extra calories on each donut. I just think it's a little deceptive to be like, okay, here's how you make these donuts, and here's all the nutritional information for if you made it a completely different way. Oh wait, you made it the way we told you to? What are you, fucking stupid? Awesome. Time to take these healthy protein donuts and just sort of put a bunch of butter on them. Nailed that. Strike! I am noticing that all the butter's kind of just pooling in the middle. Is that what they wanted me to do? Mix it around like this, you know? This is exactly what they had in mind, I'm sure. I can't lie, this is definitely me when I'm eating protein donuts. Did not stick the landing here, but when do I? Man. Is there anything I can do? I mean, they look good. And I know what you're thinking, Drew, no they don't. It's just that they look like they would taste good, even though they objectively look like shit. All right, moment of truth. All right. It's a lot of work to make this. I went to the store 3 times today. And I think as far as flavor goes, the butter's doing a good amount of heavy lifting here. You know, I feel like the thing with baking is the whole ends up being greater than the sum of its parts. But with this, I can very much taste every individual ingredient. It kind of tastes like eggs. It kind of tastes like applesauce. It definitely tastes like butter. I mean, it tastes all right. It's not like gross. If I was really craving a donut, you know, this almost would fill that. But I can think of so many easier and better ways to get 15 grams of protein in. Exciting news, everyone. We've made it to our final product. And it is, of course, Cloud Protein.
protein popcorn. I had to go to 3 different Targets until I could find this. I'm not sure if that means that it's in such high demand it's flying off the shelves, or that it's not actually at most Targets and nobody really gives a shit. Either way, I'm just blessed to have gotten my hands on some. Now, there's a lot of like objective information you can put on the bag for a product to brag about it, the ingredients it has or doesn't have, but I love how many of these products advertise that they taste good. Where other popcorns have a bunch of crap in them, ours is delicious. Really? You think so? Yep. That's popcorn, all right. Not sure what I was expecting. Hey, what the fuck? What does that taste? It tastes like burnt. I think they burnt this. Some of them aren't that bad, but a few of them, yeah. Believe me, I know what burnt popcorn tastes like. I do it all the time. Sometimes I'll get a little high and I'll crave popcorn, and so I'll put some in the microwave, but then I'll forget about it because of the aforementioned being high. And then the microwave beeps and I'm like, fuck, it wasn't supposed to be in there the whole time. I messed up. So I've got a lot of experience with this exact flavor, and I can't believe that it cost as much money as it did. Also, I hate when food brands brag about having ingredients that you can pronounce. How dare you presume to know my reading level, okay? For all you know, every word is hard for me to pronounce. Or is it pronunc? Pronunky? Now, if I was watching a movie and I had this in my hand and I was very mindlessly consuming it, could I easily eat the whole bag and not think twice? Yes. But I could do that with a lot of food. That doesn't make your food special, okay? You put anything in my hands while I'm focusing on something else and I will probably eat it. I don't know though, I just feel like there's something missing, like maybe I could boost it in some way. Now you're starting to see the vision, right? I can hear your mouth watering. It's actually really gross, the squelching noise is coming from your mouth right now. Oh, look at that, guys, that's to die for. That's simply to die for. Dude, I've had 2 bites. Look at my hand. This was like the first ad I saw for them was put it on popcorn. Okay, and then get it all over your body and furniture. God, I feel like it's still missing something. Ooh, I know. Another bag of meal boosters. Why boost something once when you could boost it twice? I just feel like that's still not enough protein. One more should do it. Oh my gosh, guys. You know, cloud is the fam, but this is the health. What do you think? Do you think that's enough? It's gonna have to be. That was my last one. Oh my God, I can feel myself getting stronger. Like every bite is just going straight to my muscles. Wow, my hand is so covered in cheese that the autofocus on the camera prioritized my foot because it didn't recognize this as a human body part. That's how boosted this meal is. Every piece of dust tells a story, and the story is about how fucking yoked I'm about to get. Wow, that really hit the spot. The spot being the back of my throat where a kernel is currently stuck, but you know, it still hit it. Well guys, I've reached the end of my journey. After 2 long months of boosting my meals, eating Kim Kardashian popcorn, and even going to the gym 3 times, it's time to see the results. To be honest, I'm very nervous about this. I've never taken my shirt off on camera before. But if I want to inspire the next generation of bodybuilders, and I do, I need to let my guard down. Here goes nothing.
Oh my God.
I look so good. Go off, King. My pecs are so big I can hold the microphone right in between them. And my nipples, completely gone. I don't have to be self-conscious anymore. Oh, the perfect bicep shape. Narrow, but tall. That's a very coveted look in the gym community. All right, look, maybe I've been neglecting my back a little bit. That's all right. Gives me something to work towards. Holy shit, guys. I'm so proud of myself. It just goes to show you, when you trust the process and you do the right things and you don't take shortcuts and you don't buy a costume from Amazon to make it look like you're stronger than you actually are, you will get results. Well guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and coming along on my, or watching me come along, or for following on this journey where I went from being a scrawny little bitch to being a big hot guy who everybody's attracted to because of my body. Obviously, I couldn't have done this without your support and without all of the delicious protein products I tried, and also without the steroids that I took. To be honest, I was getting a little nervous that the results weren't materializing the way I hoped that they would, so I have been pumping steroids like crazy into my veins the past 3 days, and it paid off. I look incredible. One of my balls fell off, but that's fine, you only need one. Thanks for watching. Sorry I didn't post in 8 months. Probably won't happen again, who knows. I love YouTube, but it's only part of my life, and sometimes I have to put it in the back seat while I focus on my health, and that's what I've been doing. I've never been healthier than I am right now. So, oh.
There goes the other one.